Hey sports fans, welcome back to Pick It, a quick recap of our recent NBA player picks and parlay results. It's been quite a ride, so let's dive in. First, I would just like to give you a quick recap of our year so far. We have just started our third month. So far, it has been a below-average start to March. For everyone that's new to the channel, just going off these latest results will most certainly lose confidence in my analysis. I understand that. That's why I want to share the numbers with you for our previous 2 months. In January, we managed to pull in 14% of our bankroll. Keep in mind, we only started on the 21st of January due to time off for the new year. So week 1 and 2 of January, we had no bets. We started on week 3 and managed a 1.31% gain on our starting balance. In the 4th week of January, we almost hit 10x the previous week's results, hitting a huge 11% gain on our starting balance. Our 5th and final week of January, we managed a respectable 1.73%, leaving us with a gain of 14% for the month of January. Moving on to February, what a start we had, with a gain of 10.66% in our first week, meaning we could manage a few losing days, if they was to come along. Our second week was even better, hitting exactly 15.5% of our starting bankroll, our biggest week of the year by far. For the third week, it's a lot lower, but still profitable. We managed just shy of a 2% gain, instead hitting 1.94%. On the 4th week, we managed 1.81%. And for our final week of February, we managed a gain of 2.56%. This results in a huge gain of 46.51% on our starting balance. We do, however, have a 3% loss so far in March, taking the total down to 43.51%. It's looking like we are going to have our first losing week of the year. With these results, it's almost guaranteed a few losing weeks will come our way. We are still up a huge amount at the start of 2024. Like we always say, it's the long-term success that matters. Don't be fooled by all the noise in between. Now for yesterday results. We hit 3 winners and took a loss on 4 yesterday. That's if you took everything we presented, resulting in a small loss on the day. We will obviously have many losing days, but in the long run, we always come out profitable. Now let's dive into today's action. Our first game is between the Grizzlies and Nets. The first thing we looked at was their recent form. The Nets have managed to win 3 of their last 5 games, while the Grizzlies are on a 5-game losing streak. The game total looks appealing, going over 80% of the time. Same goes for both team totals. The spread and money line for the Grizzlies has covered 60% of matchups. But with recent form, is it really worth the risk? For players, a stat to consider is that the Nets are 8th in rebounds, while the Grizzlies sit at 29th for rebounds against. Again, we don't have the Grizzlies player line, so keep an eye on the pinned comment for an update. Our next game is Clippers versus Bucks. The form in this one is a little different, with Clippers winning 2 of their last 5. The Bucks are on a 5-game win streak. The Bucks have also dominated the matchups in the last 2 seasons, winning 3 of their 4 games. The game total is a 50-50 in matchups. Although the Bucks have gone over their team total in 3 of the 4 matchups, same goes for their money line. We couldn't find a player pick for this one. Next up, we have the Blazers and Timberwolves. The Timberwolves have won 3 of their last 5, while the Blazers have managed 2 wins. This is also their 3rd away game in a row. The game total is definitely appealing, going over this mark in 9 of their 11 matchups. The Blazers have gone over their team total in 8 of those matchups, while have managed to hit over in 7. The Blazers' spread has also covered in 7 games between the two. We have many stats to consider when it comes to players. Portland are 29th in points and field goal percentage, while Timberwolves are 1st in points and field goals allowed. The Blazers are also 25th in rebounds, and the Timberwolves are 3rd in rebounds against. This could be a slow game. We have taken Karl Anthony Towns to go over 6.5 rebounds, hitting in 7 of his 8 matchups. Also hitting in 4 of his last 5 and for his season record. He has gone over the line 70% of the time. Again, with this been an over, we have to be cautious, but his cover rate is looking solid. Now let's take a look at the Wizards and Jazz matchups. The Wizards' recent form is horrific, losing all 5. Utah's isn't much more appealing, winning only 1 in their last 5. They do, however, have their 2 game at home in a row, while the Wizards are away for their 3rd straight game. The game total has stayed under in all 5 matchups between the two. The Wizards have stayed under their team total 80% of the time, while both Jazz, spread line, and their under team total has hit in 60% of matchups. Again, we have many stats to consider when picking our players. The Wizards are 16th in points and 18th in field goal percentage, while Jazz are 25th in points allowed and 21st in field goals against. Now, Jazz is also 10th in points and 20th in field goals, while Washington are 30th in points allowed and field goal percentage against. For the rebounds, Jazz are 3rd, while Washington are again 30th in rebounds against. Flipping that, the Wizards are also 30th in rebounds, while Jazz are 7th in rebounds against. With all this said, we expect a high-scoring game, favoring Jazz players for the rebounds. For our player pick again, we had to go with an overs in this game. We decided on Tyus Jones, over 12.5 points and rebounds. We believe this line is low due to his latest form, as he's only gone over in one of his last 5 games. His season looks better as he's gone over in 70% of his games, while his matchups is at 71% cover rate. For the Bulls and Kings game, the Kings have won 4 of their last 5 matchups. Kings' money line is hit in 4 out of 5 matchups. Both teams have managed to go over their team totals in 60% of matchups, while the same goes for Kings -7. Our player pick for this game is Coby White under 5.5 assists. His head-to-heads look solid, staying under in 4 of their 5 games. His season cover rate sits at 58%, but his recent form, he has only stayed under 60% of games. His last 3, he has gone over in 2 of them. Finally, we have the match between OKC and Lakers. OKC's form is good of late, winning 4 of their last 5 games. Even with this being their 3rd away game, they still look strong. The Lakers are not far behind, though, winning 3 of their last 5. Everything is basically a 60-40 favoring Lakers, going off matchups. It's also 60% in favor of staying under. Same goes for Lakers under team total. A few stats for players. Thunder are 4th in points and 2nd in field goals, while Lakers are 21st in points allowed and 18th in field goal percentage allowed. For our pick, we went with Jaylen Williams over 20.5 points. Again, I'm over, I know, but it's all I could find. His head-to-heads are covered 83% of matchups. His last 5, he's gone over in 4, and his season is at a 43% cover rate. And that's it for today, folks. Please like and subscribe, and always remember there is risk with sports betting. We aim for profit in the long run. Stay safe and good luck. Win today's bets.